we have our values of x. They are discrete. Okay, so when we talk about our domain and range, so the domain is always our x variable, and our domain can take on values 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So there's a couple ways we can list this. We can do this. We could just make a list, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then we can close our set off like that, okay, which is perfectly fine. Okay, we could also, since these are consecutive integers, we could say that x takes on values from -1 to +3, where x is an integer. Okay, and that would be perfectly fine as well. Typically with discrete values, if we don't have too many of them, it's easiest to express this as individual points. So x is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and just list them out. As long as the list is not too big, it's probably easier because it allows us to accommodate any irregular points. Whereas if we did that inequality, that one would have to, we would have to make sure that we hit every integer in that list. Okay, so the range, we're going to do the same way. We're just going to do it as a list. There's only 5 points, so I'm just going to list out all 5 points. So the y values can take on values of 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, because there's 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that we have our domain and range. And does this pass our vertical line test? Okay, each input has only one output. Okay, so every one of those points passes our vertical line test. So this is in fact a function. In this example here, when we talk about our domain, we can take our domain, looks like it can take on values from 1 continuously all the way to 3. Although that's discrete, the x variables are continuous through that domain. Okay, so our domain is x, and it's continuous from 1 all the way to 3, and x is continuous. Now this is a little bit tricky here to do the y. Okay, so our y variable, we know that it is going to take on a value of 1, and then continuously it's going to take on values from 2 to 3. So I'm going to write it like this. So y can take on the value of 1, comma. Okay, so that's one element in that set. And then it's going to take on values from 2 to 3. Okay, and that's a discrete element because I've separated with a comma. That's another part, although that's continuous. That part takes on all real values. Okay, because that part is continuous. But we can show our discrete part, okay, our discrete value of 1 here like this. Okay, and then the continuous values from 2 to 3, okay, it's shown like this.